While I'm at it, I need some Joe. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. And now it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to officially get into opening day of the MLB season. You see it on my chest? You know what I rock? I bleed cubby blue and red till the day I die, so you know I'm getting involved in the first damn game of the day. Now, my friends, I am an analyst at the end of the day, in quotations, because clearly I'm not wearing a suit, and I don't know how many analysts would have just done the dumbass shit I just did, or speak like that. Either way, I'm just your friendly neighborhood analyst. That being said, I do got a couple of plays out of the old Cubbies and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch, 1:20 p.m. Central, because of the Yanks and the Red Sox getting postponed. Now we are the first one up on tap here today, my friends. Typically, I would not be getting involved with this play. I would see this and I would not be getting involved, but I said it on Jeff Dawson's show. If you didn't see, shout out my good friend Jeff Dawson of East Coast Sports Investors. Was just on the mid-morning market report. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Either way, we're just talking about these plays, and I kind of closed it out on the day of just saying that I believe firmly that the books are really going to give some good value to the Cubbies, the people that are brave enough of the public bettors, the Chicago bettors, the Illinois bettors that are excited to start betting on the Cubbies again today with no White Sox to bet on here today and taking them in the first five, taking them on the money line. I truly believe they're going to give them that value. They're going to allow them to cash some very significant tickets on them, and then they're going to rip the rug right out from underneath them, give it maybe even tomorrow. Like, I don't know, but what I do firmly believe is that we are getting crazy value today, and there's just too many doggone things lining up here as to why I absolutely love the couple plays that I do have. So I got to slide over here real quick. I got to pull something up, make sure I'm still rocking in business. Let me move this over here like so. Gotta have some notes I can tell you guys about because gotta have some stats here and there. You don't just want to believe stuff that I got cooked up in my face. So okay, here we go. First play of the day. We are going to the first five actually in this matchup. Not going to the full game, going to the first five. Taking the Cubbies on the first five run line, plus a half. That's right, we're back in business, baby. First fives are rocking and rolling. I told you this is how we were going to be making our money, and I think we have one hell of an opportunity to kick off the season doing so. Everybody and their brothers are backing the Brewers on the first five money line, so much so that it opened at 170, 160, steamed all the way up to minus 200, now back down to about minus 190 across the market. If they're also confident in them winning the first five money line, then why don't they just take the minus 130 on the minus a half on the run line for the first five? It's because they're banking on this just being a push. And my friends, we don't play to push. At least I don't. Well, I guess if you play the first five plus a half, you do play to push. But it's not a push, it's a winner. So that's what we're going for. The Cubbies just need to have it tied, and I firmly believe that is what's going to happen here today. Everybody is saying the Cubs suck. Everybody is pointing to Hendricks closing out the season bad. Oh my gosh, goodness gracious. It's going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. The Cubbies are terrible. And I'm here to tell you right now, as a Cubby fan, what happened the last 365 days does not matter when you are looking at Cubs baseball. They always start the season hot. They always start the season good. And then, much like I said only but an hour ago, they start drinking on Choke, the official drink of the Chicago Cubs. And sometimes these four letters turn into completely useless by September. I am just a realist, my friends. I love my Cubbies. I preface this saying, I bleed Cubby blue and red till the day they put me 6 feet under. But I tell you, my friends, I am simply cautiously optimistic. But here today, I do not believe we need to be. You're getting the first five plus a half at plus 108. Again, I'm trying to say this a bunch of times because I totally forgot the pick graphic today. So first five plus a half. That's what I'm taking. The reason why is because everybody is saying Hendricks is going to struggle. He did close out last year with an ERA above 4, and that's actually the first season in his entire career that he's done that. But I'm not worried about it. I think the prof comes right back and takes the kids to school to start the season, and he always starts the season hot against the Brewers. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But guys who struggle early on in the year, pitchers who take the bump and find themselves in hot water early, are guys who cannot locate the fastball or maybe are leaving it right down the heart of the plate. That is not something Hendricks worries about. He throws that sinker, the changeup, and the curveball way more often than the fastball. He only throws that four seam about 17% of the time. So I am not worried about it, especially early on in the year. He is pumping that sinker, and everybody's talking about, oh my gosh, the wind blowing out, it's going to be crazy. Well, why is the number dropping down with all of this money coming in on the over? It opened up at 10, 10 and a half some spots, now down to 9 and a hook, down to 9 in certain locations. I seem to think that this is going to be a pitcher's duel. I seem to think it's not going to be as many runs as everybody's banking on. I see a 4-2 finish, and I see an 0-0, 1-0, maybe 2-1 Cubs up in the first 5. I don't know, but we just need to have it tied. In the last, now let me take that pin out I just mentioned to kind of wrap this up with Hendricks. I mentioned it. Last 5 opening series versus Milwaukee. So Hendricks always opens the season against Milwaukee for some reason. You can go back. This is all the way back to 2017. So you can go back and look this up. It's crazy. So this is the first 5. I looked at the first 5 plus a half. The exact line we're betting today. He is 3-2 against that number. The 2 were in Milwaukee. It was in 2018. They lost in the bottom of the 5th. Milwaukee came back and put 1 run on the board to bounce the first 5 plus a half. In 2019, one of his worst years that he's had in starting-wise, point-blank period, and he got absolutely plastered. That is not this year. 2022 is 3 years removed for that. I am very, very, very excited to see what he does here. And not to mention, with those 2 games, the 2 losses via Milwaukee, with the federal landmark today, baby. What am I worried about? Nothing whatsoever. Hendricks takes care of business on the run line against the Brewers at home in the friendly confines. And if you don't believe me on that, before we wrap it all the way up, Corbin Burns, he is also 3-2 against the number in the last 5 games. His last 5 games against the Cubs overall to the first 5 run line minus a half. If all those experts that are dishing out the first 5 money line minus 200, making you pay 2 bills, but aren't confident in laying the minus a half in the first 5 with that knowledge, why would you have faith to back this money line? We do not play to push, we play to cash, and people are forgetting that's what the first 5 plus a halves do, my friends. We're getting ridiculous value. I could have hid that from you, but I wanted to make sure you realize just how much of a setup this is, and it is point blank period a coin flip. So one more time, because your boy forgot to do a pick graphic today, had a show before this, typically don't, had all this. Hell, I could have forgot to do picks. At least I didn't forget to do those. At least I got value for you guys. Chicago Cubs, first 5 plus a half. Last I looked, you get plus 108 on that bad boy, and it's actually dropped down from about plus 120 last night. So, okie dokie artichokes. Real quick, I got to scroll down again because you know how it works. I got my analysis on the other page. Okay. So I'm actually sticking in this game real quick. We got two plays out of this. I got 3 plays in total, and then I'll just talk about the remainder of them. Actually, they're out of the first 2 games. So we're sticking with the Cubs and the Brewers, and I'm actually going back to my boy. So Kyle Hendricks, I just told you about him, guys. Guys who struggle early on in the year, guys who get plastered all over the ballpark early on in the year, or guys who depend on the 4-seam and the 2-seam. Kyle Hendricks does neither. He's going to work the inside sinker. He's going to work the changeup down and outside over the plate. And that is something that this Milwaukee Brewers lineup has consistently struggled against year in and year out to open up the season. Maybe they get a little bit better as it wears on. They remember what the prof does. They remember he's not a fastballer. They finally get the timing. But I'm telling you, the prof has the timing down when he starts off the seasons. And I am fully banking on the fact that he's going to hit his over on his K-prop today. It's at 3.5, and you're getting plus 106 on the over 3.5. Why am I so confident in this? Well, see you later, Artichoke. Don't know where all the numbers went. Oh, hey, there they come back. Hey, just got to wait some time. Be patient, young grasshopper. I told you about these opening series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Last 5 opening series where he's got the start as far as strikeouts go. 2017, he had 6. 2018, only had 1. 2019, 4, 2020, 9, and 2021, he had 6 Ks. So he's gone over this 3.5 in 4 out of the last 5, and you want to honestly believe the chalk and bank on the fact that he's going to go under. You don't like that? Look at the last 8 against the Milwaukee Brewers overall. Since 2019, the start of the season, last 8 against Milwaukee, 3 strikeouts, 4, 6, 6, 7, 9, 5, and 4. 1 out of those, 7-1 to the over this 3.5, and you're honestly going to risk the fact that it might, on the off chance, be that one? I highly doubt it. Take the value, plus 106 on this over. The 3 was the most recent one as well. The most recent game was that 3 strikeout game. So what do you think the books want you to do? Take the under, see the most recent, last 365. What have you done for me lately? People just now getting involved in MLB. I'm not. Yeah, I am. I'm shouting it from the mountaintops. Do not buy what everybody is selling today. There's all these experts coming out of the woodworks out of nowhere, and I'm just simply not buying it. I think we at least see 4. I think we see the prof be rather dominant here today, and I think you guys are going to be very excited when we cash this plus money ticket when he gets over the 3.5 strikeouts. So once again, because I don't have a pick graphic, I'm a doofus. Kyle Hendricks over 3.5 total strikeouts plus 106 on the odds on that bad boy. So one more play for you guys here. It's actually out of the next game, or not exactly the next game. I don't know why they had that all bass-ackwards, but yeah, it's kind of the next. Yeah, it definitely is the next game, but it's bass-ackwards. All right, that's okay. We're going back to the first 5, and we're going to the matchup rotation number. Let me get back over yonder. Rotation number 981, 982, and first your boy needs to take a sip of roux. Pardon me. Oh. Now that's some high quality H2O. 981, 982, first pitch, 3:10 p.m. Central. The Cubbies should, I don't know, maybe be in the 6th, 7th inning by then. Maybe just starting to wrap up. I don't know. My baseball timer's not all the way on yet. But what I do know is I absolutely love the Cleveland Guardians in the first 5 innings in this matchup. Cleveland Guardians, first 5 money line, right around minus 140. I'll pull this up for you guys again as well. Again, if you have any questions, you got any comments, anything, please jump in the live chat. We're all trying to cash tickets. We're all trying to have some fun here today. So even if you got plays you want to dish out, you want me to hammer in, I'm in a ride mood. Let's go. Yeah, Guardians minus 142. And guys, if you didn't follow me last MLB season, this is the perfect spot. This is the number. That minus 130 opening, steam up to the minus 142, 145, settle at 140. I absolutely love this spot, and I am all over the Guardians at that price, mainly because the last 5 meetings, the first 5 innings have been completely dominated by Cleveland. They're 3-0-2. The 2 pushes were in Kansas City, so what do you know? Oh, everybody's going to be rushing to the plus a half, and I'm just not buying it because in the last 10 overall, Cleveland's 5-2 overall in the first 5, and that's straight up. That's to the money line. So I think they at least get this done by 1 run here today. I'm not overly confident on it not being a push. Like, it could obviously happen. We don't play to push. I really think that they're going to get this done. And it really, my opinion is like that because of this pitching matchup. We got Bieber against Greinke here today. You said Zach Greinke on the Kansas City Royals? Yeah, that's right. Back with the team that drafted him out of nowhere. It's bananas, but I'm sorry to say I don't think Zach is going to be the answer to all of the Royals' prayers. Now, before I get into Zach, let me tell you about Bieber, who absolutely mows down the Royals every single time that he faces them. 3 games against them so far in his young career, 15 1/3 innings pitched, but he's got 134 at-bats against these guys, so a pretty damn solid sample size. Only 16 hits allowed, 22 Ks, so there's your mowing down. 245 average, 326 OBP, and a 715 OPS. So that OPS, obviously, you'd like to see it come down a little bit, but I think we do see it come down because it was already trending down from the most recent performances. And shout out my boy Brandon Russell. He is a huge Shane Bieber fan. It's Bieber Day, dude, and I think he's going to dominate. I think what's going to happen is Greinke's going to make a mistake. You would think that he is going to be just as dominant, or he is just as dominant based on the exact opposition versus numbers, batter versus pitcher. They are very good numbers. I'll tell you about them just like I did, but the sample size is way smaller, and I think whether you want to look at them if they're inflated, deflated, I think we're going to see some serious regression here today. Now, 2 games Greinke's pitched against the Guardians so far. 13 innings he's gone and only 57 at-bats. 10 hits, 12 Ks. He's got 125 average against him, or Cleveland does against him, either way you want to look at it. 156 OBP and a 337 OPS. So obviously, you're like, Colt, holy shit, those numbers are so low. What the hell? Yeah, but it's a really small sample size. Really small sample size. And I think we see that regression here today. And I mentioned him making a mistake. I don't know. Obviously, if Houston was willing to let him go all the way to Kansas City, or I mean, not even all the way to, I don't know what the hell I meant by that, but either way, if they were willing to let him go to Kansas City, then they didn't see a future, didn't see that same Zach Greinke that they had, and being that playoff caliber World Series type pitcher anymore. Like that's what the Houston Astros build. So that's where my mind goes, and I think he shows up here today, makes a mistake, and you want to know who the mistake comes against? I don't know. Throw a little sprinkle on Jose Ramirez. Freshly paid Jose Ramirez just got like a $400 million guaranteed contract 2 days ago or a day ago, whatever the hell it is. And if it's not him, then it'll be Franmil Reyes. So one of those guys are gonna get it done for us. I see them hitting a home run. I think it's gonna be dope, and I think we're gonna take this straight to the pay window. So there's my last play of the day. We'll talk about the rest of the matchups though. Actually, I got a three-leg parlay that I'll dish out for you guys too here very shortly. Cleveland Guardians, first five money line, minus 140. Okay, quickly, sippy. Okie dokie. Might be changing the format too again. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. But what I do know is that does it for 981 and 982. I'm going to roll over here real quick. Pardon me. Okay. Let's wrap things up. We'll go back to numerical order, I guess you would call it. Next one up on tap, you got rotation number 973, 974, Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. I actually got a play out of this matchup, but it's on the triple play parlay today, but we'll get to that here shortly. But I think that Pittsburgh is being severely undervalued, and I think you guys should take stock of that, take note. Maybe not play them on the money line, but maybe stay tuned for the next segment of the day when I dish out that play. Next one up, we got rotation number 971, 972. Trevor McGill going up against Patrick Corbin, New York Mets, Washington Nationals. I have a play out of this one as well, my friends. I'll tell you a little bit more about it here soon, but before we get into that, let's get into the next one. Stick around for the next segment of the day. Rotation number 975, 976, 708 first pitch. We got Tyler Mahle? I don't know why I'm blanking on that right now. Trevor Mahle, I'm pretty sure. Tyler Mahle, either way. Mahle, I love you, dude. Going up against Max Fried, Cincinnati Reds, Atlanta Braves. That's the main point. Nothing out of this one for me. Should be a nice high-scoring affair. If I was a betting man, I would imagine both of these pitchers are going to take a little while to get into their grooves here. I think we're going to definitely see the over, but obviously it's getting the juice. You're seeing it's moving up to the hook, so yeah, maybe over that 8.5 in Cincinnati, Atlanta, something to think about. Next one up, we'll skip over that. 985, 986, 838 first pitch. Got Houston up against Houston Astros against the Los Angeles Angels. Ohtani against Framber Valdez. I actually got a play out of this matchup too. It is on the triple play parlay, so we'll save all that. We'll talk about it. And then matchup closing out the night. Rotation number 977, 978. You got first pitch at 8:40 p.m. Central. Yu Darvish, miss you. Always love you, buddy. Going up against Madison Bumgarner. Padres up against the D-backs. Padres, you feel like they should be favored a lot more, especially open up minus 165. Now down to minus 130 across the market, 135. I mean, you guys see it right there. I don't take a rocket scientist to see that drop. So, especially with you on the mound, Madison, maybe Bumgarner. I didn't look too deep into this one, but maybe the D-backs. Let me actually look what your odds are here. I'll tell you guys right off the bat. I just saw son of a gun. Also, as I was saying, I don't know why I didn't just think about, what did I say over, I'm talking to myself over here, Cincinnati and Atlanta. That's what I said, the over. Yeah, that over 8.5 is interesting. FanDuel's not giving the over the juice. Oh, the under's getting the juice. Well, that is intriguing. Maybe it is the under. Don't listen to me on that one. Maybe that one's a little weird. I don't know. But this one here, Diamondbacks first five run line plus a half is at minus 128. That line movement on the full game money line, if it holds firm, yeah, I'm not interested in that by any means. So it might be worth a potential look, potential ad, but I don't have an official play out of that one. So there you go, my friends. It's opening day. Go Cubs, go.